Milwaukee's North Side and River West neighborhoods last fall, a serial rapist was at work, brutally attacking strangers at gunpoint.
The same fear that other people feel, I feel it too.
Now 12 News has learned 4 of those sexual assaults might not have happened had Milwaukee police acted on a major break. October 14th, the crime lab identified DNA from a September sexual assault as that of Robert C. Brown, an ex-con living on Milwaukee's North Side. But the detective handling the case waited more than 8 weeks to make an arrest. During those 8 weeks, Brown continued to attack. The same day police got their DNA hit, the rapist struck again, put a gun to the back of a 14-year-old girl, dragged her into this cemetery where he sexually assaulted her. 5 weeks later, he sexually assaulted a woman at gunpoint in this park. A week after that, he put a gun to a 16-year-old girl and sexually assaulted her on the porch of a vacant house. And 2 weeks after that, he used his gun to force a 17-year-old into an open garage. On December 11th, for the first time, the detective asked prosecutors for a warrant. Police arrested Brown 4 days later. When the commander of sensitive crimes learned of the delay, he ordered an internal investigation. 12 News obtained the investigative summary in which Captain James Shepard told the investigator, quote, "I lose sleep over this. There's a known serial rapist out there, and we did nothing to get him into custody. He continues to sexually assault other people when we could have prevented it." MPD ultimately demoted Detective Amy Stolowski and her supervisor, Sergeant Emeterio Gutierrez, for failing to properly investigate. According to the report, Stolowski conceded, "I should have done that quicker." Her supervisor, Gutierrez, quote, "does not feel responsible for any deficiencies that may have occurred." But the investigative report suggests a bigger management problem at the PD. One officer reported that supervisory staff in the Sensitive Crimes Division is kind of bad, and a lot of the supervisors do not have any knowledge on investigative management or how to investigate these cases or anything. MPD declined to talk on camera, but says it demoted the officers because their inaction does not meet the high investigative standards we have in place. The department says the Brown case prompted it to create a more robust follow-up system and a dedicated DNA unit that will be fully operational in early August. As for Robert Brown, last month the jury convicted him of sexually assaulting 6 women. 12 News spoke with some of them. They didn't want to talk on camera, but said no one ever told them about the police delays. And 12 News uncovered another startling revelation. Around the same time, the Department of Corrections issued a warrant for the suspect for violating his probation. No one went to pick him up. He committed a total of 5 sexual assaults after that. The DOC did not respond to repeated requests for comment. In the newsroom, Colleen Henry, WISN 12 News.